We made it to Stowe Vermont.
It is so beautiful here.
It is so gorgeous. We have loved every second of being here. We've actually been here for a couple of days, so we are going to catch you guys up. So a couple of nights ago, we arrived to our beautiful stay at Madbush Falls.
I'd spend all my money to spend more time with you. It may sound a little bit funny, there's no one else like you, say that you do. I was on the long road running and found my way to you. From driving rain to sunny, we made it through. They might say we were a little bit funny, but they're not in our shoes, say that you do. Take a silver lining and turn it into gold, say that you do. I do.
Guys, Madbush Falls is so beautiful. We were so lucky to have the opportunity to stay there, and the room was so gorgeous.
It was.
The place itself is just surrounded by all these beautiful fall colors.
They really outdid themselves with redoing this, because it was an old inn before and they fully renovated it and they absolutely crushed it. It is so beautiful, and the colors along with the fall colors and the fall foliage behind it, it just matches so well, and it looks so perfect together. And so it just made for such a pretty spot to stay and take some photos.
We loved it. And so the stay itself has only been active for a year. So the restaurant portion on property has been active for a little longer than that, but they actually just opened up the rooms about a year ago. So they have like a traditional motel style rooms. They have cabins, they have tents. Guys, they have a little bit of everything.
And they even have a beautiful waterfall on property, which is right behind the stay, and it is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
There is an extra special little spot next to the waterfall, which is their sauna, and they've got that right beside the waterfall, so you can actually have that view from the sauna, and it is insane.
It's really awesome.
It really is. It's very picturesque.
Yeah, so the first night that we got there, we unpacked and we actually headed over to the restaurant on property, and the restaurant was so good. Meg got a salmon meal.
Yes, I got their salmon and it was to die for. It was truly so good. And it came with spinach and cauliflower mash, and it was insane.
Yep. And then I got a chimichurri steak with fries, and I got one of their local drafts, and that was really good too. I really loved it. But yeah, so our first full day here in the Stowe Mad River Valley area was very rainy. So we didn't get into a whole lot, but we're gonna take you on our adventure and show you guys what we got into.
Yeah, let's do it.
Taking all the sunshine, bottle up the rain. Go where the wind blows, let it show the way. Open all the windows, let in all the light. You can pull the stars down, paint the perfect sky. So go and write your song. The world will sing along. Jump in, and we don't know where we'll end up. You might as well begin. Memories you're making, you frame inside your heart. The middle of a nowhere, so somewhere you can start. So go and write your song. The world will sing along. Oh, life's what you're making. Sunshine, bottle up the rain. Go where the wind blows, let it show the way. Life's what you make it. Life's what you make it.
All right, guys, so we've made it in from our day out. So earlier today we got ready and we went out and we headed downtown to Waterbury, which is about 20-25 minutes from where we're staying right now. And we went and got some coffee and breakfast at Black Cap Coffee and Bakery. And that was a really cool spot. It is one of the most popular coffee spots to where we're staying in proximity to Stowe.
Yeah, and it's really unique because it's also like in a train station, so it has a really cool look on the outside, but the coffee and the food was so good.
Yeah, Megan really loved hers.
I did. I loved mine. I just got a ham and cheese croissant and the Snickers latte, and I thought they were both incredible and actually like a really good croissant.
Yeah, and I got a maple latte and the Vermonter sandwich. And I also really liked mine. Mine was really good too. So after that, we headed up a little bit north to Cold Hollow Cider Mill. And this is a very, very popular spot in the Stowe area. It's a stop that everyone recommends if you're in the area to go in there and see their apple cider donuts, to get some fresh apple cider. It was absolutely slammed.
It is a very well-known spot and it is super cute too. You can also walk through and see all the giftables that they have and all the like jams and pickled things, and then you walk to the back and they have their cider mill where you can see how they make the cider, which is really cool.
Yeah. We
didn't actually get to watch them doing that, but we did get to try some, and so that was really good.
Yeah, and it was really good. Yeah, it's like a fresh pressed apple cider, and I loved it. Megan loved it too.
It's really good apple cider.
And that was really cool that they offer that opportunity to do that for free right there.
Without actually having to get some.
Yeah.
Then we had to hop in line, and the line was extremely long.
It was.
To be able to get some hot apple cider and some donuts.
Yeah, so we stood in that line for a pretty long time, but it's what you gotta do, and it is a holiday day, so I think that's also the reason it was so busy.
Definitely.
And also it's just leaf peeping season, so it just is what it is, but
yes.
We did get some hot apple cider, and it was amazing. I definitely loved it. And then we did get some of the apple cider donuts, and I will say, really wasn't that impressed with those.
Yeah, like they were good, but it's basically just like apple flavored like cake.
Yeah.
It's
super bland.
Just like dry. There's no cinnamon sugar or anything on it.
Yeah.
So that threw us. We were not expecting that, especially with how much it's hyped up.
Yeah.
So to us, donuts were just okay.
So after that, we ended up hopping in the car and making our way back towards our place. And we stopped off at this really cute little farm stand, and it was called Hartshorn's Organic Farm. And this gentleman had all of his fruits and vegetables out, and it is just so beautiful. This woman had hand painted the outside of the barn, and it is just so cool and so unique and so Vermont. And they had all of these pumpkins and things. It was just so beautiful.
It looks like they have incredible produce, and it was all decorated super cute. And then they have their farm in the back, and it was beautiful. Once talking to the owner, the farmer, he said that they supply the produce for the place we're staying at Madbush.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. We didn't even know that.
Cool. He talked so highly of Madbush, and the owner here at Madbush talked very highly of them too. So
and they're
pretty cool. That's what I love about Vermont. There's just such a local relationship with the farmers, with the produce people.
Local businesses.
It's just so awesome. It's so beautiful. But yeah, after that, we just ended up making our way back towards our place. We did stop in at this place called Waitsville Town. Very small. You could literally miss it if you blink. And it was really cute. They had some boutiques and stores, and they had this old covered bridge, which was really cool. And the leaves on the trees were just going off, so we had to stop. And then we made it back to our place. And once we got back here, we ended up getting some shots of the hotel. Honestly, the colors just pop so much when it's rainy, and we had to get some shots of the outside and show it off.
Yeah, we honestly really enjoyed the drive, just simply because the fall colors were so beautiful, and there was like the fog all along the trees. It was just very like picturesque fall and cozy.
Yeah.
I honestly loved it.
But yeah, so now we're back here, we're chilling. We actually have an appointment to go to the sauna that's on property called Savu, and we are so excited to do that. It'll be Megan's first time ever doing a sauna. I've done a sauna before, but I've never done one this fancy, so I'm excited to see how it is and what it's all about. So we'll take you guys along and show you what it looks like.
They say gardens are for growing so much more than roses, but you like the way they look. They say dancing is for parties, but you'd rather do it always.
So we made it back from Savu. Guys, that was a lot of fun. What did you think about it, Meg?
That was so great. Also, it helped us a lot. It felt really nice because it has been freezing today. I don't know if we mentioned that. Not so bad earlier in the day, but freezing this evening.
Yeah.
So it was extra cold. So you have to walk outside and walk over to the saunas. And as soon as you step in, it's so warm. So it just like, it felt so nice with how cold it is outside. It was raining and cold, and then you get to hop in the hot sauna, and it was honestly amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, and it's so beautiful. The vibes they have with the low lights and everything, and it's just right on the edge of the forest, and then also the waterfalls right there, which is really cool. The time went by so fast. So you get it for an hour, and I felt like that was so quick. It went by incredibly fast.
It did. And what is super cool is that it's known for actually doing a cold plunge in the river that the waterfall runs into, and then run and get into the sauna. I didn't do it, but James did.
I kinda did, yeah. So I first started to go down there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's way too cold, it's way too cold.
Literally chickened out and turned back around.
I was sweating so much, and so then when we got outside, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already freezing. So turned around, but then towards the end, I was like, I have to do it, I have to do it. This is like a thing, I have to at least try it. So I went down there, and guys, I kind of half did it because I screamed. Like, I'm sure that someone thought a woman in the water was like hurt or something because I screamed so loud.
They have two saunas side by side, and I would love to know what the other couple was thinking, because he screamed so loud and so much, just kept going. I did get it on video. Yep.
Oh my god, I don't know if I
You
can
gotta dip. You got it.
I don't know if I can do
Dip. That was not dramatic at all.
Oh my legs. I can't feel my legs. Oh my gosh. How do you put this on? I know that they were probably like, man, that man's wife is really having a hard time down there. And really it was just me screaming because,
oh my gosh, it was so
man,
funny.
I do not do well with cold water and things like that. My body was like in shock. It was so cold.
The way he was screaming shocked me. I was like not expecting him to be screaming like that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was so funny, and he just
funny.
kept going and kept going. So he did it, braved the cold, and then we ran back in and got in the sauna for a couple more minutes, and then our session was done.
Yeah, and then after that, we came back to the room, got changed, and we actually ate again on property right here, and it was amazing. I ended up getting a chimichurri chicken sandwich with fries.
And I got the burger with fries, and it was delicious. I loved my burger.
Yeah, I love the convenience of having that restaurant here, just in case, you know, things do close early and you're like, well, I want to go eat and have some place to get food, and you don't need to drive. You can just walk down the hall and get some really good food. Tomorrow, we're actually going to head into Stowe and see all that Stowe has to offer. We're so excited to do that, and it's going to be a better day tomorrow, not going to be so rainy and gloomy. And yeah, we're going to take you guys along and show you what all we get into.
I'm looking forward to it so much.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night.
I've seen the stars on the ocean, and fields of grass beneath the blue. I've heard the songs of summer singing, like a humming in June. There's always something around the corner, something more to be found. And I'm sure the coast of California are beautiful right now. And New York sky shines so bright, but to tell you the truth, honey, I just wanna come home to you. Somewhere far the birds are flying, someplace there on feathered wings. 100 worlds I could get lost in. Where you are is where I wanna be. There's always something around the corner, something more to be found. And I'm sure the coasts of California are beautiful right now. New York sky shines so bright, but to tell you the truth, honey, I just wanna come home to you. Honey, I just wanna come home to you. Honey, I just wanna come home to you.
So this morning we checked out of Madbush Falls. We packed up all of our stuff.
Sadly, we had to leave, but it was actually a really beautiful morning. The rain had cleared up a little, so we were able to see more of the colors, and it was really, really pretty.
Yeah.
And then we headed to downtown Stowe.
So our first stop, though, was in Waterbury to grab a bite to eat and some coffee. And we stopped at KC Bagels. Guys,
oh my
that was so good.
That was a great breakfast spot. Highly recommend. They have like specialty cream cheese and specialty bagels. So I got a maple cream cheese bagel and it was insane.
Hers was so good. I wish I'd gotten that. I got a peanut butter and jelly bagel. I just wanted a little bit more like protein with the peanut butter, and mine was really good too. And we just got some local coffee and it was really good.
Yes.
But that Waterbury area is very pretty.
It is.
It's a small, very quaint downtown.
Yes.
But it's decorated beautiful for fall. They've got some pretty fall trees.
Lots of sweet little like local shops, and all the people working inside them were so kind.
Yes.
It was just such a cool vibe. So
yeah, I loved
definitely
it.
recommend popping in there if you have time.
They have some restaurants there too. So if you are staying at Madbush and want to try something different, they do have some local restaurants that they recommend as well. After that, we actually headed up a little north to
Cabot Creamery, and if you don't know, that's the cheese company. And we popped in there, got to try some samples of some cheese and jam, which were so yummy.
Yeah, some maple syrup. They had a guy in there selling his local maple syrup, which was really cool.
Yes, we got a little mini maple syrup because it was just too cute to pass up, and then we grabbed some cheese as well for on the road.
Had to do it. Had to do it, guys. Yeah, so after that, we made our way up to Stowe. We walked around the downtown, and the downtown has just been so beautiful.
As you can see, it's right behind us actually. We've just been wandering around downtown, and we popped in a general store, did a little shopping around that area, grabbed some coffee at one of the little coffee spots in the Mercantile.
We went to the Stowe Village, which is basically just like a building that has a bunch of different shops in there. It has a boutique, a bookstore, the coffee shop, which Meg is talking about, and the Mercantile. The downtown streets are just so beautiful. And honestly, it just kind of is everything that we've loved about Vermont for so long, is that everything is local, everything is, everyone's so kind.
All the charm, so nice. And it's all decorated for the season, which just makes it so festive and fun. So it's been so wonderful.
Yeah, we've loved it. So we stopped right here at this spot. This is the viewpoint to the church downtown. It is so picturesque and perfect. What's so funny is that there's a little bit of snow caps on the hills behind us, which is insane.
Yes, which is sometimes a rare thing to see here, supposedly, to have the snow behind the fall foliage. So it's a really, really stunning view. We got some shots and hopefully they turn out.
Yeah, we got some shots right here. So yeah, we'll throw them in right here. So we're gonna head on and see some more stuff, do some other things around town, and we'll show you guys what we get into.
We'll bring you along.
All right.
That woman, she got a hold on me. She's the warmth of the summer, the color of spring. She's the strongest wind, the calmest breeze. That woman, she got a hold on me. That girl, she's like the finest wine. She'll give you a taste if you give her time. She's a complex heart and I don't mind. That girl, she's like the finest wine. That girl, she's like the finest wine. Now drink until my heart is full. Honey, you drink me and I drink you. You're the kind of love I'm running to. Got a hold on me, got a hold on you. Got a hold on me.
We've made it in from exploring Stowe. Guys, Stowe is so beautiful. The last time we saw you guys, we were at the lookout point overlooking the church and the downtown area. And that spot is very special. It is really awesome because they do have parking there. And you can just pull in and pay for parking and spend as much time there as you want getting pictures. which is really, really cool. We were gonna do Smuggler's Notch, but since it was so cloudy and overcast and rainy, we decided to nix that plan and actually head up to the Von Trapp Family Lodge. So this is a very popular lodge in Stowe, and it's actually the family from The Sound of Music, the family that that movie is based out of. Supposedly the story is that while they were touring America and singing their songs around the country, they ended up wanting to find a place to settle here in the United States, and they fell in love with Stowe. They felt like it was similar to home, which was Austria. Guys, that place is really beautiful. It's so special. As you're driving up the hill, it's got a beautiful view of the downtown with the fall colors. It's just an amazing view. They also have these Highland cows, which are so cool, and Megan and I had to stop and get some pictures with them, and I'll throw in those right here. Then we continued on, and they have sheep that are up on the hill, just surrounded by all these beautiful trees. And then we made it to the family lodge. And it's a European-inspired lodge, and you can definitely tell. It definitely seems like a place out of Austria. The architecture and everything, all the little flower boxes and things like that, it is really such a beautiful place, and I'm sure it's really awesome to stay there. After that, Megan and I needed to find a place to have some food, and we ended up eating at the Von Trapp Brewery. So that is a brewery that they created there on the property, and that was really cool. They're known for their lager beers there, and it definitely has that European style influence with their food and drinks. And Megan and I wanted to get a table, but it was a 2-hour wait. So, as we have done already on this trip, we ended up sitting at the bar because there were a couple of spots that opened up, and we ordered a pretzel, and Meg ordered a cider, and I ordered a just little kind of a sampler drink of one of their most popular beers, and I tried that, and the pretzel with the beer cheese was so good. And then after that, we ended up ordering some food. I ended up getting a bratwurst, which was one of their more popular items, with fries, and Meg ended up ordering the cheddar lager soup and a side salad, and she loved hers. I loved mine as well. It was awesome. We ended up also meeting someone that watches the vlogs there, which was so crazy. She was from Kansas, and she had planned the trip for her and her friends, and that was so awesome for her to come up and say hello, and we just loved that so much. So tomorrow will be our last day in Stowe and our last day on this trip, and we're so sad, but we're gonna go up and explore the Smuggler's Notch and see some things that we haven't gotten to see yet, and then make our way back south towards New York so that we can fly home. We're so excited for tomorrow, and we'll take you guys along, and we'll show you what we get into.
I was born beneath the mountain, right on the valley floor, and I followed the sun into the desert because I thought that she was the one, but I've never been so I'll go home to rest my soul, and all my ghosts, they'll be gone, and I'll be home. I took a chance by climbing the highest tree I could find, and that's where I fell.
All right, so wanted to hop on here and update you on our last day in Stowe, Vermont. So our last day, we ended up heading back up towards town, and we first stopped in at Black Cap Coffee and grabbed some seasonal coffees. Now that place was slammed. They do have a Starbucks in town, but that is the local spot. And we did have to wait about 30 minutes for our coffee, but it's a local spot, so support local, and we did get some stuff there and we really liked it. After that, we made our way up towards Smuggler's Notch. On the way up there, we stopped off at Stowe Ski Resort, and that is a super special spot. It is so beautiful. A lot of people will go up there just to get pictures. Some people will actually jump on the ski lift and go up to the top of the mountain. Supposedly it's very beautiful up there. We didn't end up getting to do that because they do close at 4 o'clock, but it still was gorgeous. And what was super special about it was that there was still a lot of snow on the mountain. And so we were able to see all the beautiful fall colors with the snow, and it was incredible. Supposedly that's such a rare thing to happen, and a lot of photographers will make their way out when that happens. And so that was awesome that we were able to see that and get some pictures there. After that, we drove the short distance up a little further north into Smuggler's Notch. That road is so narrow, so they have like this little path that you kind of wind through to make sure that your car can make it through the Smuggler's Notch Road. Totally makes sense, because once you get in there, there's some really tight turns and very narrow turns and roadways. But it was absolutely gorgeous with the snow that had fallen and all the yellow trees. It was so special, and it was so busy, and people were in there enjoying it just like us, and we absolutely loved it. It is super short, so you can just drive through and drive over the mountain and back into Stowe. You would maybe only spend about 30-45 minutes doing that. Highly recommend doing that. It is very beautiful. Then after that, we made our way back into town, grabbed a bite to eat, and made our way to New York. Overall, Stowe is so beautiful and so special. Highly recommend going in the fall and checking it out. It is everything that we love about Vermont, the local shops, the local restaurants, the local coffee stores, and there's all these really charming little towns around it as well. We will 100% be back and recommend you doing it as well. Also, Madbush Falls is a really great spot to stay. You could visit Stowe, some of the surrounding towns that we went to, and we absolutely loved staying there. It's a very short drive into Stowe. We honestly loved it. It was so peaceful, and having that restaurant there was really awesome. But yes, highly recommend visiting Vermont for fall. It is so beautiful. It is something that has truly changed us with all of the charm, with all of the local businesses and restaurants, and all of the beautiful fall colors. Like we said before, we heard that it's absolutely gorgeous in winter and spring and summer. We haven't visited then, but we definitely want to and hope to in the future. Thank you so much for following. Remember to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok.
All the things.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the next adventure.